Hi, welcome back to the Best Travel channel. I'm Gareth, and today I thought I'd do something a bit different, just in terms of sort of getting to know me and why I started this channel and things like that. And I saw these questions online, and it was something along the lines of questions you've always wanted to ask a travel vlogger. Now, I don't really consider myself a travel vlogger as such, but the questions are still sort of relevant. One thing I want to say, I don't usually tend to do the whole channel plugging malarkey. It's not really my style. If you do enjoy this channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and just, check out my stuff, because the only way, and this is the actual truth of the matter, is the only way that I can continue to do these videos during this lockdown is if it's a job. And if it's a job, it means I'm paid. And for me to be paid, I need to be able to monetize the channel. And without watch hours, which is what I need at the moment, I can't monetize the channel. So, so if you like it, subscribe and all that. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. So let's get on with the Q&A. So basically, I walk most places. Well, I get public transport as well, trains. But yeah, I walk. I can walk between 3 and probably 16 miles every time I do a shoot. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I know Sweden's very cold, however, you know, when you look at the human rights and things like that, Sweden's right there at the top, you know, with a lot of the Scandinavian countries. So maybe Sweden, I'm not sure. I do like warm weather as well, so maybe Sweden's not ideal for that. I'm not sure. Preston's good for me as well. So my last overseas holiday was Bosnia. I went there in 2014 in the summer. Brilliant holiday. First holiday on my own, actually. So yeah, a lot of risks, a lot of prep involved, but yeah, it went really, really well. Beautiful, beautiful place. Sarajevo is where I stayed, and I went to Mostar and Visoko as well. They call it the Jerusalem of Europe, Sarajevo. And there's a very good reason for that, because the religious sort of history there is amazing. You've got former synagogues, you've got Orthodox churches, Catholic churches, mosques, and just great architecture as well. Yeah, I'd say probably my wife. Yeah, my wife inspires me a lot, and gives me that push to believe in myself and to try things, you know, get me out of my comfort zone. I don't think I'd be probably as confident as I am without her. There's other reasons that I've become more confident as well, but having someone to support you and really, you know, help you along the way it's invaluable, really. I don't aspire to be like anyone in terms of my content or anything like that, really. I do watch, you know, the Food Ranger, people like that, but I don't really aspire to be like them at all, or any travel vlogger. You know, my channel is very much what I'm into, and I try to sort of radiate that passion, and hopefully people feel the same. Yeah, so the reason why I chose the Best Travel channel as a title for my channel is it's just a bit of self-belief, really. During the lockdown, I was feeling absolutely rotten for many, many reasons, and by calling it the Best Travel channel, it was just a bit of, you know, sort of self-esteem, really, self-esteem building. Do I believe it's the Best Travel channel? It's a good travel channel, I think. I hope that when people write what is the best travel channel, I hope mine will be up there somewhere at the top. So that was my thinking, and it's quite catchy as well. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, I started this during a lockdown. I've always been interested in travel writing, travel journalism, things like that for actually a long time, and it wasn't the career that I ended up going for in the end because of a few blips along the way. Yeah, so during lockdown I decided to just go around some of the local areas in Preston because I couldn't go anywhere else because of restrictions, and just look into the history of things, and actually it was really interesting. And what I found is that the places that you pass every day, you don't take much notice of them. I guess you take them for granted. But what I found was actually when you stop and you really look into things, it's really amazing. There was streets in Preston I didn't know about until I actually stopped to take the time to explore the place. I think is it the Conservative Club? It's neo-Elizabethan sort of building, and I'd never seen that before, which was shocking because it's such a striking sort of building. So yeah, and then the rest of it's sort of gone from there really. School, I did the core subjects that we had to do in Wales, which included Welsh literature and language. But in terms of the choices, I chose French, music, geography. College, I dropped out before the end of my second year. Life happens, I guess. And I did English. I dropped out of media studies because it was all it's quite ironic really, it was all film based. I wasn't into film sort of media back then. I was really into the written aspect of media studies, so I wasn't really feeling it, so I dropped out. Also did Spanish. Later down the line I did an Open University course in humanities, so I've got a BA in humanities. In the final year I did mental health, so it's not technically sort of a humanities BA, it's more an open degree, so you could do like a mixture of arts and science-based subjects. Best place I've probably travelled to? There's quite a few actually. I did like Sarajevo, as I mentioned before. Mostar is another one, amazing place. And the weather really was beautiful as well. It was awful at the start of my holiday, and then it got baking hot. It was brilliant. I went to Bled in Slovenia with my family when I was younger. That was a really beautiful place as well. Been to Venice. Venice was good. Smelly, but good. But yeah, I like places here as well. Chester's a great place. Really historic. Lancaster I really enjoyed, and Preston as well. So worst place, Visoko. I'm really sorry, but those are not pyramids. If you know about the place, they claim that there were pyramids used in probably like the Iron Age or the Bronze Age, or really back thousands of years ago. I just don't buy it myself. It was funny, we went down there and we had this guide, and we had to all sit around this sort of very round sort of shaped monolith thing, and we were told to close our eyes and put our hands slightly above this monolith and be like, she was like, can you feel the energy? I'm sorry, I didn't feel anything. I didn't like Knob End in Bolton, if I'm honest. I was expecting it to be a lot more interesting, but actually it just looked like an overgrown sort of conservation area. It was a bit of a flop really, if you don't mind the pun. Ooh, 10 places on my bucket list. Gosh, 10 isn't a lot really, is it? When you like travel and you like looking at stuff. Right, I'd have to say Jerusalem, definitely Jerusalem. Tbilisi in Georgia. I wanted to go there for years. Tehran. What else? Jaipur, maybe Lahore. I've never been to Asia, so where else? Arles in France. Wrocław, Krakow, Gdansk. They're really picturesque cities in Poland. Bukhara, as well. Durham, just Durham. A few places in England, really. Syracuse in Sicily, really historic place. Oh, Dumfries. I want to go to Dumfries because just family history, really. There's a castle there that was owned by the Scottish clan that my family's descended from, the Kirkpatricks. So the Kirkpatricks still have this castle. But yeah, I'd really like to go and film there, just to own a castle for a day. Strangest travel moments. Yeah, most of them happened in Sarajevo, to be fair. I was touched up by an old man. Yeah. And it was funny because he was a very old man with one of those little green prayer caps on. And he was asking me something, and basically I was just stood by somewhere because I was just trying to get a Wi-Fi hotspot, basically, just trying to, keep in touch with everyone back at home. And he was asking me something in Bosnian, and I'd learnt some things in Bosnian, and I knew he was asking me something about coffee. See, when you say, do you want to go for coffee here, it's generally quite an innuendo, isn't it? Well, I think Bosnian's no different, because he was asking me about coffee, and I just kept trying to, whatever. He stood very close to me, and he had his hand and his knuckle, this sort of area, touching my groin area, right? At first, I thought, whatever, he's a bit close, whatever. So I stepped back a little bit, and he stepped forward a little bit. So I stepped back a bit, and he stepped forward a little bit. Yeah, the hand was very much brushing my groin area, yeah. This is the thing, right? Don't stand still in places like Sarajevo for too long, right? This is what I found, is if you stand or sit somewhere for too long, you're a target. You're a target for beggars, because they do, and they send little kids out, little girls in skimpy strap tops, probably 7 years old, in the pouring rain, they'll send them out to beg. And yeah, they are relentless. So, them, drug addicts, old pervy men. So don't stand for too long, don't look like you don't know what you're doing, or you can't decide what to do. Just be always on the move. They just look like a local. So when I was stood thinking, I was just thinking, right, these two characters came up and they asked me for, I think at the start it was like 10 km, 10 marker, which is nothing really. When you convert it to sterling or euros, it's not a lot. I didn't have a problem with that. It was just a coin at the end of the day. I thought, yeah, if it's to help them get food or whatever, fine. But then, they didn't go away. They wanted more money and more money and more money, till the point it got to notes. We're talking notes now that they're asking for. I said, I'm sorry, I've not got anything else. And then one of them said, oh, look, my friend here, he's very crazy. He's a drug addict, And then all of a sudden, this one said to me, give me money or I'll shoot you. So at that point, I said, you know what? No. I think there would have been many people who would have got intimidated by that threat and would have given in. And they probably would have asked for more and more and more. The Lahori fish at Desi Grill in Bradford, really, really nice. And truffle pasta, which I had in Bled in a restaurant called Ocarina, which apparently I don't think is open anymore. So that was amazing food. Gyozas from Sakura Valley in Leyland as well. Yeah, worst food. Right, so in Essex once, when I used to live there, I saw this Malaysian street stall and they were selling something really interesting that I'd never tried before, and I was like, ooh, I want some of that. And it was something called koi. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I haven't. But it was like a square of this wobbly stuff. And underneath was like this sticky rice that was stuck to it. And there was another one which was like a green pancake with, I think it was coconut in the middle. Yeah, I know. They were awful. I've never tried anything like that before. So, shark fillet, which I had in Slovenia, absolutely horrendous. It was like burnt tyres. Yuck. I'm not a fussy eater. I like a lot of different stuff, but those are the two things I would say that I would happily leave unfinished on a plate. The best thing about being a content creator, if you want to call me that, is the filming. I love the filming. I love going out and just exploring. I like the research as well. Yeah, the filming is really the best bit. There's two bits that I enjoy. The filming, which is the very start bit, and the research, and seeing it uploaded onto YouTube. They are the two things I love the most and give me the most satisfaction. And the worst bit is everything in between those two bits that I just said. So actually making the film footage is an absolute bore. I don't want to say I hate it, but I dislike it very, very much. I do everything on my mobile because my mobile is an incredible piece of kit, which I'm very, very thankful for. But it's very, very fiddly because it's all very small. And having to edit things, cut things out, duplicate things, just slot everything in the right place so it fits in with the dialogue, and even sometimes with the music. I try and fit things in with the music. It's such a long process, you wouldn't believe it. My videos tend to be only about 5 to 10 minutes long, but when it comes to the actual editing and producing of it, it will take a full day, from morning to right until I go to bed, and then the following morning usually it's uploaded. So yeah, 5-10 minutes for a whole day's worth of production and editing. That's what I hate. So yeah, that wraps everything up for this video. I hope it sort of gives you more of an insight into what I do, and why I do it, and what I enjoy about it, what I don't like about it. And yeah, like I say, subscribe if you like it, comment if you like it, watch more if you love it, and take care, and I'll see you soon.